Good morning, guys. We're going to be making a galaxy with a spaceship. I'm very excited about this today. We're going to get that base coat going. I got my black. Just use my black mica. I'm not mixing it 100%. I want it to be a little almost mixed. I don't want a solid black. I definitely don't want to use all of my clear. I do want to keep some clear. All right, yeah, it looks really good. It's still a little stringy in the color. I'll pour it up from high to try to prevent bubbles. I also want to get that little wiggly looking pour. Try to get as random as I can. As you can see, I'm still wiggling that cup back and forth because I don't want it to be a solid black. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put on my clear, try to move that black around a little bit so that my little squiggles are not so solid. All right, and I do apologize. My camera did not record when I put on my galaxy colors. I basically did small amounts of my mica colors using pink, purple, and a turquoisey blue. I put down a clear layer, and then I put on little stripes, like veins of the colors. And then I used my hairdryer to just move those around. After waiting about 15 minutes, I did go back with some white mica powder, try to make little planets in the white parts. After those were dry, I did go back the next day and I painted on with my mica powder with black and gold, making my abduction ray for my UFO. And then I sealed that abduction ray with the clear on top. Now I want to get my UFO on there, so I'm going to put a little base coat of my clear resin down. I do have my UFO in some packaging tape. And then I'm going to put them in at an angle because I want any bubbles that could possibly be trapped underneath to come right out the back side. Went ahead and got him positioned. Got him pressed down to the solid resin below. Then we'll put some resin on top. Go ahead and get rid of the bubbles before we do the next step. I noticed last time whenever I did one of my implements that was in tape that it did curl up on the edges, causing me to do 3 top coats in order to cover up the little curls. So I experimented and used some of my latex tools to hold that sticker in place and to keep the edges from curling. And the tools pop right off whenever the resin is dry. Alright guys, so I did my galaxy. I think it turned out really good. I used my mica mixed with alcohol and I just painted a like an abduction ray. Put the gold on the outside and then I put in my implement, my sticker. I did use my latex tools to hold it down. I just got through sanding any of the bits that was higher, and then we're going to put on a top coat and then it's done. Look at that. You can see where I've got the coat from holding down the implement, the sticker, and covering the mica to make sure it doesn't float. I wanted to do a really, really thin layer, but look at that. Almost done. All right, once I was done with the sanding step, I did take a very fine brush and some Dawn dish soap, and I washed off my resin just to make sure none of the dust from it was going to be stuck on there. Since I'm doing more than one project, I did want to put this on something that I could move it around with easily. I'm just going to put my resin on there. I like to do a little bit more than 50%, almost 75% of the surface covered before I go ahead and use a tool to spread it over to the edge. I just get it pushed over to the edge. I kind of watch it. Just let it kind of kiss that little lip that ends up on the edges there. The resin is self-leveling, so you don't have to worry about it being perfectly level while you're spreading it, because it's going to level out. Once I'm done with this step, I will pop bubbles, and as I continue to do other projects, I go back about every 10 or 15 minutes and pop more bubbles, and then let it set for 24 to 48 hours till